Hello, welcome to So Happy with Senna. How are you all doing? I trust you all are well. Thank you for stopping by. This is where I share my sewing experiences, notions, and tips. So today I want to talk about the cover stitch machine and what it does. And this is for anyone who hasn't got a cover stitch machine or who is wanting to get one and is wondering what it actually does. Because I bet you would have heard that it hems knits, and then you might be thinking, well, is that all it does? So of course we know that if you look at store-bought t-shirts or garments, you find out that they've got those two rows of stitching, and they are created to make the store-bought garments look more professional and all that. So if you want your garments to look more professional and more finished, it's best you could use you use a cover stitch machine, because the sewing machine would not be able to achieve that as well as the cover stitch machine. Of course, the sewing machine, the cover stitch cannot replace your sewing machine, but it is a good machine to have in your sewing room. Before I proceed, I would like to say thank you to all those who subscribe. Thank you to all of you who comment on the videos. Thank you for all of you who watch the videos. I truly appreciate. If for some reason you stop by and this is your first time to So Happy, kindly subscribe or like the video. So anyhow, so back to the cover stitch machine. So what does it actually do? It can do the cover stitch. This particular, the Janomi, I'm going to turn the camera around to the machine. I've got here my sorry, before I actually proceed to that, I would like to say that, so what I've actually done is I've done little samples of what I use my cover stitch machine to do. I decided that if I am going to demonstrate each one, is going to take quite a bit of time. So in order to shorten the video, I've already made small samples of what I actually do with the cover stitch machine, or what can be achieved with the cover stitch machine. I'm going to turn the camera around so we can focus on the machine itself. So what actually is a chain stitch? A chain stitch is a durable, flexible let me show example. This is a chain stitch. It is durable, flexible, and it incorporates stretch into garments. And the cover stitch machine is not only used for knitted fabrics, you could use it on woven fabrics, and it can also be used for basting. It can be used for basting and tacking. It can be used for decorative stitches. It can be used to attach bindings and elastics. It can also be used to, sew seams with added stretch, and it does decorative stitching. The added bonus of this when you are doing basting is because the stitches unravel very, very easily. So that makes it really ideal to making basting stitches. If you, however, you want more permanent stitches, it's good to secure it with a knot at the end, or to add a cover stitch to add a cover stitch. So yeah, so to create the chain stitch, as I said, anyhow, so before I get into that, this machine, and I suppose most cover stitch machines, does a chain stitch, it does a cover stitch, it does, under the cover stitch, it does triple cover stitch, narrow and wide. It also does the top cover stitch. The top cover stitch device is embedded, built into the machine. So it does a triple top cover stitch, narrow top cover stitch, and wide cover stitch. Today I'm only going to focus on the chain stitch, and in subsequent videos I will progress to the other stitches that the machine does. So as I've mentioned, the chain stitch is a durable, flexible stitch that can be used for lots of things. So I'm going to show a few things that you could do with the, make raffles to attach to cuffs, collars, and whatever part of your garment that you want to do it on. You set the machine to stitch length 4, and you also turn the differential feed to the highest. You can also mark a center line to give you a demarcation, so that you know where you're stitching. I just to make it look pretty, I added a narrow top cover stitch to that. So and you can see how nice it looks. The cover stitch, you can do the chain stitch can also be reversed, meaning that you just stitch on the wrong side of the fabric, and then you get this on the right side. It can be used for French seaming. French seaming, whereby you stitch on the right side first, then you join two pieces of fabric together on the right, wrong sides facing. You stitch, then you turn it round. You know, you turn it round, turn it to the wrong side. You trim it, and then you stitch, and then you get this effect. So you are going to have a nice clean on the right side, nice clean finish on the right side, and also on the wrong side. So that's the French seam. Then you can also do shared elastic or sharing. So this is the sharing effect using sharing elastic, which you put in the looper. It goes in the looper, if you can see it properly. It's normally put in the looper. This is the spool designated for the looper, so you stick it on there. Make sure you use a thread net to prevent the elastic from going haywire or going all over the place. It gives it more control if you put the thread net on. And yeah, and of course you would set your machine accordingly to if you want a more gathered effect, you could increase your differential feed, you could increase your stitch length, you could also increase presser foot pressure. If for say you want, if for some reason you want to increase your or you could also increase the tension in the looper. You could increase your looper tension. If you increase your looper tension, make sure you decrease your needle tension. So those are some of the ways that you can increase the shared effect or bunched up effect, if you would like. You can also use it to attach bindings on, put bindings on maybe like a pocket. You could stitch on the wrong side, and then you get the chain stitch on the right side, because the chain stitch usually or always turns up on the bottom of your work. But if you want it to come on the right side, then make sure you stitch on the wrong side of your project. What else? You could also create texture by making pin tacks. Make pin tacks to add texture to your garments using the chain stitch. So you could do lots of things with your chain stitch. You could also stitch on water soluble stabilizer, and then to create strings of chain that you can use for button loops. If you want to make a wider button loops or belt loops, you could use the triple cover stitch or top cover stitch, or wide cover stitch, whichever. That would give you wider strings for belts and buttons and whatever. Of course, you'd wash away the stabilizer when you're done. So basically, these are about 5 or 6 things that you can do with your cover stitch machine. So that's just what I want to talk about today. The gathered effect that you would get depends on the fabric that you're using. Usually gathering, it's normally best on lightweight fabrics. Just in case you want to listen to what the machine sounds like, I am going to just see if I can. Just got a scrap of fabric here. I want to see if I could do some gathering on the machine. Just a minute. So this machine just uses ELX 705 needles. So make sure that you're using the it uses Schmetz 705 ELX. So let's see if we can do. So I've set the differential feed to 2. Differential feed set to 2. Stitch length set to 4. So let's see if we can get. What's that? Oh, so sorry. I'm just trying to create a bit of gathers in. So yeah. Okay, let's do that again. For some reason, when you want to do something on camera, it doesn't turn out as well. Anyhow, so yeah, let's go again. Hey, come out, come out, come out. Sometimes when you're doing things on camera, that's when it decides to mess up. Okay, let's do one more line. Okay, so this is my bunched up effect. This is what you just a sample of, trying to gather your fabric using the chain stitch, increasing your differential feed and the stitch length as well. Of course, if you truly want to get it really bunched up, once you finish and you set the iron to it, it will also help to shrink the fabric. So this is just a little sample of gathering using the cover stitch machine. So I hope that this video has been helpful. This is just 5 or 6 quick um, samples of things that you can do with your cover stitch machine. I hope you found this video helpful, and kindly like the video, and in my next video I will share other things that we can do with the top cover stitch and the cover stitch um, stitches. So this is Sana from So Happy, and happy sewing, and have a lovely day. Bye.